The words of Nelson Mandela resonate very well with me. I've lived it. I've seen sports change lives, literally. I am David Thiru Njihia. Currently, I'm a lecturer at St. Paul's University in Kenya in the School of Business, Department of Leadership. I grew up just at the edge of the Mathare slum. Our homes were not that big because we had a one-bedroom house with 6 kids and 2 parents, so 8 people in a one-bedroom house. So it wasn't so bad compared to of course, the many that were living right in the slum, so can't complain about that, And largely, what I remember as a youth, my life was all about football. I used to have this football that I would make myself. I would kind of knit it to my hands. And I was focused in school, I was focused with football. I was a good student, but I also was a good player. I was the best player and sportsman when MYSA started in 1987 for the under-16 category. It's a big one. Yeah, I remember very well when I was invited to play MYSA League. It was such an exciting time because MYSA was a new league and there was going to be prizes and all that. There was never before that any organized sports where people would get awards and like ones that have your name and a trophy with your name, and so this was special. When the season ended and I was part of the winners, it kind of lifted me to be more well-known within the slum areas, within the school, and also appearing in the newspaper and being kind of very well known as a star player. So football kind of helped a lot in terms of boosting my confidence and self-esteem and self-belief.
MYSA stands for Mathare Youth Sports Association, so it is the sports for development organization. MYSA gives young people hope, from the community. Because most of the time, people do not have a safe space where they can be able to go and be able to enhance their skills when it comes to sports, as well as life skills issues. So MYSA has been able to provide that particular space for young people. They also focus, with their education and be able to create that particular space where they can be able to continue with the education or stay in school.
The community that MYSA serves is more of a disadvantaged community, and the challenges are many. But after MYSA, the outlook of the community changed.
Most of the young people and also the community at large embraces MYSA and what MYSA has been able to do, because they will be able to see change in their kids' lives, change in the community, the role that MYSA has played in terms of making sure that the crime rate within the community, especially the slums, has reduced. The issues around HIV among young people has reduced. Job opportunities being created. So there's a lot of success stories that MYSA has contributed.
It feels very nostalgic to be back here. This is where I started my journey. I'm quite kind of emotional about it. The program had a tremendous impact. I think it defines my life in many ways because at the formative age, it was football that was keeping me busy. I was always out there playing football and it kept me away from a lot of trouble. When I reflect on my life, I feel like I stand out from my closest friends, my peers that I grew up with, because I remained focused in sports. Sports actually protected my life. I can list many people who lost their lives in crime, in drugs, just because they never got themselves focused in sports. Because sports is not just about winning. It's a part of being a family. It's a part of belonging to a group, and also it's a responsibility because you have responsibility to your teammates. And of course, in the long run, sports also gives opportunity. Like my first job came about from sports.
First thing that inspires me about David's story is his passion. He loves football. He loves the game. It's not just something he watches, it's something that is in him.
Something that makes me proud about my dad is that he's able to cope with the situation that he's in. He came from a poor background and he was able to change his life.
Yeah, what inspired me in his academia journey is how he didn't let it go, because he did his PhD for like 7 years. So maybe that pushes me even when I do my degree.
When I joined MYSA as a staff, I first joined as a head of finance. Later, I did become the CEO of MYSA. I couldn't have imagined that I would become the CEO of MYSA, but I feel that the interactions I got through football helped me expand my thinking and change my interest into governance, into management. Even my PhD thesis is about that. How can we empower our community using sports? The idea of MYSA really was not necessarily to undo the whole slum in terms of physically, but to change the people within by showing the community that you can be in the slum, but you can come out of it and you can become a leader for your community and you can become a role model for your community. Individually as a person, I learned a lot from MYSA. I can single-handedly pinpoint sports as a key part of getting me to where I am today.